Hi guys, it's me Karen and we're coming back for part 4 in the Enchanted Forest by Johanna Basford. And we are still working on the little owl. So what I had done for the last video was finished up these cute little teeny tiny leaves. I did add just a tiny bit of brown in the base of these leaves just to darken them up a little bit. Finished these guys all down here. And what we're going to work on today is the inside circle, depending on how far we get. We also have to finish him, but I want to do the shading inside here first to figure out what color will look nicest on him. I'm going to do these in 2 colors. I'm going to do kind of a yellow, red-yellow mix at the top and then have it come down into the green area here. So I have all these pencils sitting here on the side, and I will go through them. Basically, they're the same colors I used in the rest of this, but I will tell you what they are kind of in an order here. Let's do it this way. So we have the mineral orange, which is 1033, the sunburst of the yellow, and that is 917. Then we have the yellow ochre, which is 942. We have my favorite, Canary Yellow, which is 916. Artichoke, 1096. The Limepeel, which is 1005. And the last one we have is the moss green, which is 1097. So kind of this color range up here and this color range down here. So we will see how this works. And I might switch that, I don't know. I will set up the camera and get you down closer. So I will see you in a minute. Okay. I also snuck in another color. So it's the raspberry 1030. Might use that, might not, don't know. So I'm going to go ahead and start here, and I think I'm going to go here to here in the yellowish colors and bring it down this way to the green. So we are going to start off with the darkest color across here and then lighten it in. So that's why I brought in the raspberry, thinking that it would probably not blend in quite as much as the mineral orange would have right up here at the leaf line. So we're just going to go in here and lay down a little bit of color. Very light pressure here, because I've never really done this with colored pencils. This is where I usually bring in the ink. But I told myself we were just going to use the pencils on this, so that's what I'm doing. So we're just going to go in and bring some of this down. And like I said, I'm going to go to the other side over here. Just about to this leaf here. Okay, then we're going to take the mineral orange and just go over that and bring some of that out. Bring it down a little more. Being careful not to go too dark. Can always darken it, but I can't really lighten it. And we'll bring some of that down here on the side. Okay, next color in here is going to be the Sunburst. Wait a minute, now let's see. We're going to go ochre, the yellow ochre. So bring that in and bring it down further. Again, being careful not to go into his ear or his fluff, whatever you call this. It's on his head. And then down on this side. And then we're going down. Okay, then we're going to bring in the Starburst Yellow, which is basically going over everything again. And bring it down a little further. And out very lightly. And because I'm using it so lightly, it's okay to go in on the other color that I have down on his little fluff here. I have to turn the book a little bit so I can see what I'm doing here. Hopefully I'm still in frame. And just bring it down to the top of his head. Making sure you get that raspberry coated with this color, that changes it into this real pretty color. Okay, so I just want to put a little more pressure down on that red and bring it out. You see it turns it kind of that really pretty kind of an orangey color. So just darken that up a bit and then bring it out. And again. And then on this side, looking pretty good. Then we have a little bit of the Canary Yellow that's going to go in over everything. And I have to turn the book so I can see this a little better. I use the side of the pencil here. Very lightly bring it in. So it's just layering and layering, just like we did with everything else. And we're just bringing in a brighter yellow. Just very lightly. And we'll bring it all the way down. Okay. Then we're going to start with the green and bring it up. So we will start with the darkest green to the lightest. So down here we're going to put the moss green. And bring it up to the yellowish color that we put up there. Kind of blend those two together too. So again, we're doing this very, very gently. Putting a little bit down here, darkening that up, and then going very lightly out. And we're going to go around the whole bottom with this color. Okay, come this way. And right into the yellowish color there. I kind of want to make it a little darker on this side. Okay, then we're going to go in with the second color, which is going to be my artichoke. So then we just lay it down on the existing color lightly and bring it on up again. Going just a little further up than we did with the other one. And this color will blend really nicely with that yellow. So we'll just add a little more in there. Come back this way. I'm just putting a little more pressure here now, so it darkens up the first color. This just takes a little time. Okay. Now the next color is the Limepeel, which is the brightest color here. I need to dull down one side of that a little bit. Okay, let's see, we'll start here. We can also go down at the bottom and then over all the colors and bring it on up. Lightening the touch the whole way, except for down here. So darker, darker, and then just almost no pressure towards the top. And this is the same color as what was in the leaves, so it's okay to go over as long as you're not pressing too hard. Sorry for all the traffic out here. I decided to use a street sweeper today, along with the garbage truck. And then the bus service will start coming back pretty soon for the kids getting out of school. And people getting off of work. Okay, then we're going to go over here and do the same thing. Okay. Now it's up to you guys, if you're following along, just to go and darken your edges here. And you can bring the green up as far as you want, or the yellow down as far as you want, or the orange, whatever you want. But I just wanted kind of a glow in there. And that's what I have. And, excuse me, I'm going to color this in probably with blues or something, because if I color it the same color, we're going to kind of lose leaving the leaves down here. I have to color the little dude, so we are going to do him. I'm going to do his beak, and I'm going to start with the mineral orange right down in this area, and then up here, leaving the triangle in early. And I put in some of the yellow in here already, and I'm just going to bring this mineral orange down very lightly in here. A little bit down in this area to darken up his, oh, I don't know, eyebrows. Okay, and we're going to take some of the raspberry, and we're going to fill in this little spot here, and then just on the sides, bring down some of the red. And color in these little triangles too. Okay, down on this very bottom of his beak in the V. I'm adding a little of that also. You can take some of the Canary Yellow and bring that together. And some in the shiny part of his beak. Leave that little white spot for a little bit of white. Find my white pencil. And then we'll stick a little white in there. Okay, so there we have his beak. I think I'm going to do him in brown, so we'll go with the chocolate that I used before. Maybe some terracotta, I'm not sure. We're going to get out all my browns that I had earlier. And you are not a brown. I'll go through these. Let's see. Okay, we have dark brown, light umber, chestnut, chocolate, and terracotta. We're going to try those out and see. Don't worry, everything is listed down below that I've used. So I'm going to start off with the dark brown and do his little fluff up here first. And just lighten it up on the way down on both sides. Okay, then we'll go in with the light umber here. Going over the existing color that I just put down. And then the chocolate. Doing the same thing, going over the colors I've already put down. And lightening it up down there. Okay, and I'm going to need a little bit of a lighter color here, so I'm going to go in with the yellow ochre. Still going over all the existing colors. It's going to bring it down here and up in this area. Okay. I'm going to use a chestnut also here. I'm going to bring it up the center and then kind of out. Just laying it down on the same, on top of the colors that were already there. Darkening where the, what would you call the, I'm going to call them eyebrows, but they're not. The eye fluff there. And bringing that color up. Maybe bring it down a little here by his beak too, just to lighten up that color a little bit. Okay, so that's going to be his forehead. I will figure this part out in a minute, but while I'm here and I have these colors, I'm going to do the same thing down here on his tail. So we're going to start with the chestnut down here first. Kind of follow this tail line and go up. Kind of darken and lighten it. Lighten your touch is what I meant. Right there. We'll get some of that color in. Then we'll go in with the light umber. Follow that line again. Lighten the touch at the top. And do the same on the other side. Okay, then we will bring in the brown chocolate. Dark chocolate does not sound good. I can't eat it, but it sounds good. Just go over the same lines. And we're going to bring some of this chocolate up through here too. A little going up this way. And bring some of it down. Okay, and we'll bring in some of the ochre. Okay, I forgot a color down here on one side of this. There we go. Okay, and where it's kind of doing its trying to find a black if you're wondering. Okay, messing or blending into these colors, and I'm just going to go over these lines with the black. Bring those out just a bit more. I'm also going to bring this line up and this line up. After all these are feathers, I'm going to bring this line up, and I'm also going to bring this line down a little. Make more of a tail. Okay, then we're going to put little feather fluffs on these. Going up that way. I didn't darken these. Need to do that. Okay. I'm going to find a light brown and blend that upward. I haven't gotten it yet, so I will have to look for it. Okay, I'm not a big fan of what I have done on the tail, so what I'm going to do, which may, I don't know, either surprise you or not, I'm going to do some erasing here. This is just an eraser that I've had laying around on my desk, and it will not take up all of the pencil. But it will take up some of it. And I'm going to have to leave that alone until I decide what I'm going to do with that. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is color him up here and get some of that color laid down, and then come back to his tail. So I'm going to go ahead and put some dark brown up here on his head in this area. It's going to be the darkest up here. So I'm going to very lightly put in some of the brown up here. And just bring it in towards the center. and very lightly bring it down. I'll put it in these little areas too. Very lightly. So far his head matches his tail. And then I will put in some of the chocolate over that. And bring it down here too. Okay, then we will take the ochre, yellowed ochre in here. And blend it in. And before I get too far on that and keep blending, I'm going to do his eyes. And I'm going to do his eyes in blue tone. So first I'm going to put down, I got to figure out which is eyeballs in here. So we're going to put some yellow in. This is Canary Yellow. And we're going to go in with some indigo blue up here. And bring that down. Tying in the blue in the flowers and his feathers. Down here also. Okay, then we will add a green. I know I have a green here somewhere. I'll use the Kelly green. It's a nice bright color green. And next to the yellow. And then I'm going to take the Canary Yellow and blend those along with bringing the blue down. And then we have some eyes, and I need some Posca in those. I thought that was out on the desk too. It's hiding the shake. Make sure it's not going to spit out all over the place, but make sure it's going to work. And we'll add a highlight up here and one down here. Give him some personality here. Okay. And we're going to take the not the chocolate, not dark brown. I'm a burnt ochre, and we're gonna put some of that down here, introducing a new color so that won't all blend together. Dark and then lighten it up, dark and lighten it up, pull it down. Darken it between his toes, talons, whatever you want to call them. I'm going to do the same thing in here. We do it dark and then bring it up light. Okay, we're also going to darken it a little here underneath. Okay, we'll do that all the way up. Okay. So that's looking okay. And just continue around with that. Squirrels must be running rampant in the backyard. Merlin's barking. Doesn't like the squirrels. Okay, I'm just going to bring it back down all nice and light here. And same thing on the inside. Okay. And added some of this up on his head up here too. A little darker. Okay, darker under his beak. I'm probably going to add more browns in his body. And I brought some of this down into his tail. Okay, and I'm going to have to do his what do you call these? Eyelashes, eyebrows. We're going to do those, and okay, so I'm going to do his eyelids, or whatever you want to call them. I'm going to do them in reverse of the one on top, so I'm going to put indigo blue down here, bring it up a little bit. Just about where his eye comes here, and then up on the top just a bit more. Then I'm going to take the powder blue, the light powder blue, sky blue light, and I'm going to blend that upward. Just over to the other side of his eye here. Then I will take the indigo blue again, go to the tip, and bring it back. Kind of goes to where the circle is here. the color, and then more so on the top to the underside of his eyebrow. And then blend that in. And if you think you need a little more blue anywhere, just go ahead and add it in. And like that. And then, so we have the green of his leaves, the blue of his flower. This is the green also of this leaf. So if we bring down some of this brown or some of this in here, I want it kind of brighter though, so we will bring in, I'm debating, I could do it in the blue and then put orange dots. So why don't we do that? We'll do it the same way down here with the blue. And just connect those two pieces. And we'll do it here and bring up the dark this way. Leaving the little half circles in here. And then add in the light blue. Then we have nice blue eyes. Same thing on this side. There we go. I think I'll bring this blue down here too. So it's just in the corners. And then the light blue, and I hate to say it, but after I do this part, I didn't get much blue there. I think I'm going to have to make a part 5. This is getting pretty long. A little more blue in this one here. And that is that part. So, I'm really sorry about having to make this a part 5, but we'll get it done at some point. Thanks for sticking with me, and I will see you in part 6. Hope you're enjoying this little mini series, I guess. Have a great day, guys. If you like what you're watching, please subscribe, and if you want to get notifications, ring the little bell. And again, have a great day. Bye now.